So here we are at Holcroft Volvo in Stoke, coming up with my V90 cross country to have a look at a Polestar upgrade on the D5 diesel engine. I really struggled to find anything in the way of a decent review as to how the D5 Polestar might perform, what the ins and outs of it are, what it's like to actually have it fitted, how long it takes, what it's like to drive afterwards. So we're going to hand it over to the guys at Holcroft and wait a little while and see what it comes back like and come back with a bit of a test. Okay, this is our little Volvo Polestar presentation pack that you get given at the dealer when you've had the Polestar upgrade done on your car. And nice little pack. Inside, little booklet just explaining what bits and pieces they've got across, as they're saying, the Polestar range. But in fact, this particular one's obviously been printed a while ago because it's got a fair bit of stuff that's old shape S60 V60, but then they are picking up onto some of the newer stuff a little bit further along, as you can see there. And then, in fairness, they are just going through what it is that you're buying into. Not like they used to be in the days, if you're old enough to remember Sierra Cosworths and RS Turbos and things like that being 350, 400 horsepower for 5 minutes and then going pop. Obviously, software tuning's come a long way since then, and this is pretty subtle stuff. And it's supposed to be basically an overall picture. They're not offering you a great deal in terms of the actual engine tuning. I think in mine the V90 cross country D5, it's 20 newton meters of torque, which is worth having, and 5 horsepower. So I think it's up to 240. They don't claim any different statistics, 0 to 60, economy, emissions, anything. But they're sort of saying, it isn't just the engine. They're changing the gear shift, they're changing the throttle feel. I think the latest one that is for 2019 model years, they're even talking about changing the distribution of the torque to make it more rear biased. But I don't think that's the one I've got on mine because it's an 18 model year car. So it's a bit of a more of a, an overall marginal gains improvement on what the brain of the car is telling it to do, and that's just a little sort of header sheet of the various things that it's supposed to be doing for you when it's fitted to the car. And then you've got your little badge that goes on the back of the vehicle if you wish when it's done. Relatively expensive little badge, as it turns out, I suppose. And the little bracket to help you position it. That's obviously designed to go onto the back of a lot of the new model V90, XC90, S90 type of models that have all got similar shaped little badges to denote our design or all-wheel drive or whatever it happens. And that little fella tacks on the end of those. So that's what you get in your little pack. On the outside of that was a reminder to register the fact that you'd actually had the optimization done with the dealer with Polestar Direct, and you give them the details of your chassis number and what have you, and I think they send you a certificate, and it must go onto the records of the car to say that it's had the proper Polestar upgrade carried out on it for future owners, I guess. But that's what comes in the little kit. So and perhaps we'll flesh out the differences and what actually happens when we get to drive the car a little later.